gentlemen, welcome to the Trump tape, the Trump vaccine tape. Now, as we know, these vaccines are non-experimental. Of course, this is not a medical advice, but they gave us vaccines and they wouldn't experiment on us, would they? They would never experiment on us, the human beings, the people that vote for them, the people who put our trust in them. They would never do this to us, would they? Of course not. They would never experiment on us. They would make sure the vaccines were safe and effective, and they would always help us. They would never do anything to make it bad for us, would they? Of course not. There are people, we elected them. They love us so much. They want us. Oh, they just love us and want us so much. I can barely fathom how much these guys love us. And they would never experiment on us, the American people. Now, they'd send it to Africa to experiment on the Africans, wouldn't they? Like they usually do. What? They don't do that? You're saying they don't experiment on Africa? Well, of course they wouldn't experiment on the Africans. Who would do that? That's nothing you would do if you were a decent human being. So, of course, politicians are decent human beings. Every single one of them. They're all lovely, 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 lovely people. Do you know a politician who's not a lovely person? I want to ask you personally, do you know a politician who is not a truly, truly, truly wonderful, wonderful person? No, of course not. Of course not. You know all those politicians are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. They would never blow up Maui, would they? They would not put bombs on Maui or start fires or anything like that, would they? And they wouldn't block the roads, would they? And they would turn the fire on, wouldn't they? They would turn the water on, wouldn't they? And they would turn all the water on so people could put out the fires, and they would sound the alarms so that people know to. Oh, you're saying they didn't sound the alarms? Is that what you're trying to tell me? They got us so distracted with the vaccines and these jabs, jab, 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 jab. And then when the fires start, we're waiting. Well, I think I'll wait for hear the alarm. Oh wait, I didn't wait for the alarm. I should have waited for the alarm. Oh wait, now I'm burning. Oh damn, they killed my whole family. They wouldn't do that. They're such nice politicians. Of course they would never do that. I don't have no feeling they would want to kill us. No, I don't have that. Do you have that feeling? Somebody has it. I think it's maybe Vladimir has the feeling that they want to kill us. It's the Russians. Oh, the Russians. Oh, the Russians. Our government would never do this. The CIA, the FBI, those guys would never do this, would they? Of course not. They love us. They just love us too much. So we're going to get this stuff out at warp speed. We're going to put it out there so fast. We're like in what? To you, it might seem like a mass extermination event. It might seem like that to you, but to us, the elites, it seems like, well, at least we're not going to get mass exterminated unless we had a house on high that wasn't painted blue. Was your house painted blue? No, of course not. Your house is not painted blue. Is it? Your house is red? Right, your house is red and white and gray and other colors, every color on earth, but not blue, especially not the roof. Is your roof blue? No. Well, gosh. Yeah, well, then vote for me, because I will definitely make your roof blue. Would Biden make your roof blue? Did Biden offer you a blue roof? No, but you saw that Biden was wearing blue clothes, didn't you? When Biden was in Hawaii, what was he wearing? Blue clothes. Who would wear blue clothes in Hawaii? Nobody in their right mind would wear blue clothes in Hawaii, would they? No, of course not. Why would they? Ask Elon. Well, Elon, can you save us? Elon's wearing blue clothes over there. He's got a blue Tesla. Oh my God, Teslas are going to be painted blue. The new Teslas are blue. And we're going to go to Mars, of course. On Mars, we'll be safe. There's nothing blue on Mars. Wait a minute. Nothing blue on Mars. We got to make Mars blue. Let's send some paint or some. Look, I'm a scientist. I can make Mars blue. Mars is not a real problem, is it? Whoever said Mars is a real problem? I never said that. Did you say that? Okay, so we got a Green New Deal. It's an economic plan to impoverish humanity. Wait a minute. An economic plan to impoverish humanity? How does that work? How does that work exactly? I want to know how that works. We got an economic plan here. We're going to impoverish humanity with our plan. And then we're going to take whoever is left, we'll take a few rich people with us to Mars, and we'll take some money with us and gold, it'll be good up there. On Mars, gold will be the standard. And we won't have presidents up there. We'll just have gold. Who's got the most gold is in charge, of course. And that's not how it works on Earth, is it? Whoever's got the most gold is in charge. We know that's not the way it works down here. We get just ask Tucker. Tucker has never lied to us once, ever lied to us. He would never lie to us. Tucker's like the most honest guy on earth. He keeps telling the truth forever and ever, and the truth will be told. And when Tucker gets in charge, yeah, he's going to get in charge. One day Tucker will be your president. Why not? Why not? We love him so much. He can be the president. He can be the president forever and ever. And we wouldn't even care. Why? Because he's got a great show on X. I'm not going to call it what it used to be called. I would never use that name. Would you ever use the name X? Of course you would not use the name X. Who in their right mind would ever use the name X? Nobody. There's not a soul on earth who would use the name X. Would you use the name X? I would not. I would definitely not use the name X. Who would? Oh, well, pedophiles would not use that name, that's for sure. I mean, because if we put it's like a marker on their back. Hey, I'm X. I'm not the. What? I'm not the. No, I never hung out with Jeffrey. No, of course not. I don't watch that kind of stuff that you watch on TV. No, me. No. I'm not weird. I'm not strange. I'm not impulsive. I'm not an oddball. We're talking about somebody else. It's got to be somebody else. Who is the oddball? Who do you think it is? Oh, midterm elections, folks. Midterm elections is over, and you remember how you voted? Did you check your taxes? Did you check your water bill? You know how much gas you're paying now? How much you're paying for gas now? Do you even know? Well, I drove by there on my bicycle, and it's more than twice. When Trump was president, it cost $1.95. That's right, gas cost $1.95 when Trump was president. What's it cost now? Yeah, $4.95. So that's more than double, folks. That's more than double. In fact, it's quite a lot more than double. So that's why everything else costs a lot. Everything costs super lot. Why does it cost so much? Yeah, because we can't tolerate. Yes, what is it we can't tolerate? We can't tolerate the truth. No, we love to watch all those news people. Yeah, we love to watch them on CNN and MSNBC. And then everybody's fleeing California. You can move to California and buy a car, but you can't drive it because they don't have any electricity anymore. Or they don't have enough anyway. They got enough for a few cars, and buses. I don't know, a couple of electric buses. I guess the rich people got them. I guess the governor's driving an electric car. Wouldn't you drive an electric car if you could? I would drive an electric car all day. Yeah. Your government is insane. That's what I've been saying. How in the world can the government be mandating electricity? Don't you realize, folks, there's not enough stuff on the earth to make that much batteries. You're going to have enough batteries to run everything? Well, guess what? You need stuff to do that, and that stuff does not exist on the planet Earth. So maybe Elon's right. Go to Mars. Maybe that stuff's on Mars. And they're not going to the moon. The moon's right. Where's the moon? The moon's like 250,000 miles away. The moon's right next door. And we can't go there. We haven't gone there. We pretend that we've gone there. And we're always going to pretend that we've gone there. We're never going to stop pretending that we've gone there, because going there is like awesome, dudes. We went there and we freaking did that, didn't we? Yes, we did. And we went there, and that's where we were, and we were there the whole time. And my God, who in the hell would go to Mars if you had this beautiful Earth right here? Well, you go there if you think that got stuff there, or you think you ruined this planet. And we certainly did ruin this planet. But on Mars, we're going to start with atomic power, right? And we have to make other kinds of energy sources. We have to exploit Mars, much more than we ever exploited this planet. This planet's, barely exploited compared to what we have to do to Mars. And think if there are critters up there. Critters. Yeah, critters. By that, I mean life forms. Think if there are life forms up there, which there are, of course. There's life forms everywhere. We used to think you need sunlight for life forms, but we know that's not true. We got stuff living on this planet that lives in the complete darkness, always been dark, doesn't even know what light is, and it's still alive. Still alive, growing, and prospering without the things that we think. We even got critters on this planet that eat metal, that eat oil, that eat poisons, and they thrive on them. So, go out to space and we have like unbelievable conditions that don't even exist on Earth, but there'll be life forms there. There'll be life forms because that's simply the way it is. Leave a place alone long enough, some life's going to come out of it. Even the moon, the moon. What's really interesting about the moon? Why are all those craters the same depth? And they're not very deep, they're like very, very shallow. It actually doesn't even look like craters. Well, they look like craters, of course, but what they look more like, they look more like bubbling. That something is bubbling, something has bubbled from the interior of the planet, bubbling, 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 and when it gets to the surface, boop, it pops out like a pimple. It's like a pimple that comes up and it pops, and that's what makes that formation. And notice them; they're all about the same depth. So, the really big ones are about the same depth as the really little ones, and that's because they're not being struck from outer space; they're being erupted from within. Same things happen on Earth. We got these holes that pop up on Earth. Eruptions taking place from within. Yeah, look at DeSantis. He's out of it. He's completely out of the race, and he should be. God, Joe, what a lucky man. A man with like very, very average IQ, but he's very tough. He's been in the ring, he's been on TV, he's famous, and so he's taken his low IQ self and turned it into multiple millions of dollars. So I have to hand it to him for that. I don't think he saw that coming. So, but anyway, thanks you, Joe, for the work you do. I love you. Trump, he's going to be sorry about this. The thing is, he's not even willing to admit that he was wrong. What is Trump willing to do? I don't think Trump's willing to do a darn thing about anything. He's never, ever, ever going to come clean with what he's done to us. And he's making us think that we like it. I don't think, why is Trump still pushing? That's my question. Why is Trump still pushing vaccines? You know why? Because he's bought into Moderna. He owns big chunks of Moderna. And Moderna's building vaccine factories all over the world, and they are dreaming about some kind of mRNA revolution that's going to save us. It's not. It's going to end us, folks. It's going to end us.